Hi, welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming Urban Gardener. This is Debbie, Garden Zone 5A, 5B, and what you're looking at right now is I'm doing even more seeds. Got some more trays. I'm basically pretty much out of room, but we'll figure out some way to get those trays up and going. So you can see here I have my bottom shelf. I could probably move those trays over just a little bit. I do have a dog bed here that I can move over. And maybe move this one over just a little bit. I put this one in an aluminum tray because I didn't have any trays, and that's what I went to do, was to go ahead and go and get a couple more trays, and then a couple of more, just the bottom part of the trays. So they do sell those separately, so I got a couple more of those. So it looks like I'll have a little bit more room, and I'll just clean out the shelf over there where I have my watering cans, and then I can have another shelf over there available to start some plants. The only thing is it's a little dark over there in that corner, but I think once I move those watering cans out of there and maybe move some of the plants around, then we'll get a little bit more light into that area and get a couple more trays up and going. But at this point, I have 2 trays here, a tray here, got all kinds of flowers there in the back. And you can see another tray here, another tray here, and then I have a container here, a container here, another tray, and another tray. And then I have the 4 shelves on each of these racks, all have trays on them. One of them has 2 trays. And over here on the other side, I have even more trays all filled. And then I have all of the windowsill in my growing room, and this is the growing room with the almost floor to ceiling windows in it in the south facing side. So that has a lot of plants in here. I can scoot them a little closer together, probably fit in maybe 1 or 2 more little containers. But here pretty soon, I'm going to have to start separating these plants out, getting them transplanted into individual containers. I've already done some of those with my tomatoes here. You can see they are just gorgeous, and little separate containers with each of those. But these plants, a lot of these are going to go for a plant sale on May 6th at the Archer Complex here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And these will get moved into little individual containers for those to go to the plant sale. And then a lot of them are going to go to people in the community as well, in a lot of the plant groups that I'm in. So you can just see loads and loads of plants in here. But one of the things that I wanted to update everyone on is it looks like that my how to plant marigolds inside in these cells has really picked up. So I wanted to go ahead and do an update video on how those marigolds are doing. So you can see exactly how they did grow. And you can see some of them right here. This is the Cracker Jacks mix. You can see the tag right here. And these are some of those marigolds. You can even see some of the little seed hulls still attached to the leaves. And they may look a little bit leggy, but they're actually not. This is about how they look when they're about this size. So you can see they're doing pretty well. Nice and healthy, and getting some mature leaves on them. And let me show you the latest ones that we planted. This is the white Eskimo variety of Cracker Jacks mix of marigolds. They're right here in this second row. And not all of them have came up yet, but they are working on it. You can see some of them greening up down in there. We've got some that are up, and you can even still see a seed hull attached to that one right there. We've got a little bit of some fuzzy mold right here on this one, but it won't affect anything as far as the plants coming up. They will still come up. And you can see, like this one here is just basically starting to turn green now. Same with these over here, and they will come up. These have only been planted for a couple of days, so you'll be able to see those really change here in the next little while, next couple of weeks. So that is the update for those Cracker Jacks mix of marigolds. Now I'm not finished. I'm going to have a lot more marigolds that I'm going to start. In fact, I have in some other containers down here, other trays, and even in some flower bed type little containers. And I will actually be planting more of those seeds outside in ground, so you can see how that will go as well. But doing absolutely fantastic down here with all of our little seedlings. The only thing that I've had a little trouble with germinating, looks like, is my this one right here, and I think that is the king coral celosia and celosia. Looks like I had one come up right here, and then the top died back, or it just didn't come out of the seed hole very well. And then a couple of other ones did not come up. So that's the first little issue that I've had. But these celosia seed were some seed that I had saved from some of my seeds last season for my celosia. But I do have some more of those seeds. I'm just going to go in and try to fill those out a little bit more, and get some more coming up. But absolutely thrilled with the marigolds and how they're turning out. And again, these are the types of marigolds that are more like, I want to call them like pincushion marigolds. They're very full, very round, very large blooms. And they have, I wouldn't even call them double blooms. They're like triple, quadruple blooms. They're just absolutely full bloom. And all different colors, yellows, oranges, and then of course we have the whites, and then the darker oranges and things like that, and they're called the Cracker Jacks mix. So those have done absolutely fantastic. And then of course we have lots of other seedlings that have done just as well. You can just see they're just going and going and going through here, and I'm not finished. There's so many more that have been planted just waiting to come up. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos that are coming out, and we shall see you in the next one.